long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
So I wanted to address the Star Wars is dead rumors. It's not. I don't know why people do that, but then I think YouTubers are addicted to an algorithm that rewards basically clickbait. Okay. So saying Star Wars is dead and then going on some emotional diaper wearing fanboy screed is usually how the bigger channels make money. And it's very interesting to me because there's so many positives that are happening. I want to talk about the negatives. First off, the negatives are the Walt Disney Company allowing Nerdrotic, Ryan Cannell, Geeks and Gamers, etc., to dictate the narrative of what's going on with the franchise. Instead of basically telling people in a transparent way what's really going on at Lucasfilm. Okay, Star Wars is dead. Okay, guys, for saying that, and you think that Kathleen Kennedy is an embedded barnacle in the claw of a giant, beautiful female lobster. Okay, and it's impeding her to move, and she's gonna die because of it. If you can tell me where Kathleen Kennedy's been since last June, the beginning of July, come find me. She has been silent. She has been persona non grata. Okay? But Star Wars is dead. Are you shitting me? Okay. The Bad Batch is doing quite well, but we'll talk about that. Star Wars is dead. Well, Leslie Headland and the Acolyte, The Rey movie, it's happening, bro. Okay. First off, nobody's talking about the Rey movie. Okay, nobody. And in anywhere. I mean, even in the Forbes article, basically calling out Kathleen Kennedy and Disney for not telling the truth about Star Wars box office reality and how much money they've made. Okay. All right. They're not going to make a Rey movie. All right. Stephen Knight is already off doing Peaky Blinders film. Okay. Daisy Ridley, stop talking about it. The only people who are talking about it are Star Wars Explained, the two trainees that run that, and the Black Pills. That's it. That's it. Walt Disney Company can't afford to make another bomb for Star Wars. Okay. There will be people out there saying, well, the Rise of Palpatine made $1 billion. No, it didn't. It netted $1 billion. When you get into the 800-page SEC filings, again, when you add up what Disney actually brought home from these movies made 1.2, 1.3 billion. That's the God's honest truth. So people on both sides of the aisle have been lying about these things. Well, no. Being ignorant, and sometimes intentionally so, for the algorithm, okay? And again, the only way these people make money, right, is to be negative and throw clickbait out there. So, there's no Ray movie coming. It just, if you look at the report, I mean, that Forbes article basically said in the opening paragraph, the sequel trilogy has not been touched since. None of it's been touched since because the people hate it. Talk about the Acolyte. First off, I don't give a flying fuck who says it. We don't know who funded it. Okay? It's obvious to me when you watch the Star Wars Celebration from last year that Kathleen Kennedy herself went off reservation and went off script. Okay? Demand and put this thing out there. Where did Hedlund get the money? Why was Karen McCarthy fired? Do you honestly think Nerdrotic is going to ask those questions? Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers? Doomcock? They're not going to ask those questions. That's not going to put the dollars in the PayPal. Or whatever, whatever. Cash App. No. All right? It's not. And the reason why it's not, it's because asking those questions will not feed the algorithm, okay? Watch how these people react when it's announced Kathleen Kennedy is no longer head of Lucasfilm. Watch how they'll react when they hear of layoffs of people who caused a lot of trouble with the fans that were working for Lucasfilm. Watch, okay? Because that's going to tell you where their hearts truly are. It's a man's behavior, not his words. Okay? And what they come up with is going to be telling. Okay? And, the fact that the Acolyte was even allowed to happen says there's something really hinky about it. And we all know that. There's something hinky about the way it was created. And of course, the subject none of these people want to touch, the Karen McCarthy issue. Okay? But this doesn't mean Star Wars is dead. The Acolyte is the least of two evils, which is why it's going on Disney+. It'll be buried there, and that's it. So let's talk positives.
Is the glue to all 5 of these films that gave us all of our rhythm and all of our melody, the great maestro, John Williams.
Hey, guys.
Oh, Gonzo, hey, you want to do a puppet act with me?
Cue the disaster.
What's a puppet?
Oh, well, see,
It's a doll.
Yeah,
It's made to look
it's a doll.
alive by wiggling strings,
Yeah,
or,
strings.
or putting your hand inside of it.
hands, like that.
What a stupid idea. Who wants to watch dolls wiggle?
Well,
I mean, even I wouldn't do an act like that. Doll wiggling, talk about boring.
I didn't have the heart to tell him.
The age of men is over. The time of the orc has come.
So, positive number 1, The Bad Batch. This season has been very good. It's a lot of fun to watch. Omega is really coming to her own. It was a treat to see Asajj Ventress. The characters are well written. Okay, and if someone says, well, it's animated, so it's for kids. No, not necessarily. Animation was actually something adults were privy to, okay? When animated shorts were part of the movie-going experience back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and even into the 60s, okay? All those great 7-minute Bugs Bunny cartoons, those were on movie screens, okay? They weren't made for Saturday mornings. All right? So, and neither was a lot of the Walt Disney stuff. Okay, so Bad Batch good. We've got Jedi survivor Cal Kestis. This is an interesting character with a lot to offer. This game is popular. I will go so far on a limb to say we're probably going to see him in live action, probably played by the actor. I think it's an interesting character, and the idea that we can go into the Jedi, the few Jedi that were actually able to make it to the end of the Empire and start over again, to me is really, really, it's fascinating. Okay, so I give them a 2 thumbs up for that one. So now we get to Ahsoka. Here's something that no one will talk about. None of the big channels will talk about, a big positive. Where's Anakin Skywalker during Ahsoka? Exactly where we all were told by Doomcock where he was going to be. The world between worlds. This is where things change, okay? We have Baylan Skoll standing on the hand of the Father. Why is he there? Well, what's calling him? Looking at a light in the distance, we've got Anakin present there on Peridia. These are the positives, okay? Why is he on Peridia? To guide Ahsoka to where Baylan is, maybe to stop him, or maybe to balance out the Force, okay? All right. If you listen to what Baylan Skoll says, a lot of it is repetitive stuff the Son has said in the Mortis arc, okay? So then we've got Dave Filoni working on Heir to the Empire. Really? That's positive. Oh wait, we're all now supposed to hate Grand Admiral Thrawn. See, I don't even think any of these people actually watched Ahsoka. You know, I thought Lars did a great job. The only thing, again, I had a problem with was the pain in the ass Harrison Dula and the smug, unwatchable Sabine. Okay, I don't think she's a good character. And I don't like a lot of the stuff that they're doing with her. And she's one of those that you kind of look at and go, God, I hope you just sacrifice yourself for Ahsoka so we don't have to watch you anymore. Freak. You know, she's not basically Dave Filoni's best. Now we've got Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni working on the Mando and Grogu movie, which I have been told has a deep connection to the original trilogy. Okay, wow, really? Really? Good. These are good things. Okay, and again, we'll go back to Ahsoka. I find it fascinating that people, again, Doomcock, who said they were going to use the world between worlds to basically split the timeline or erase the sequel trilogy, is not asking these questions. Why is Anakin in the world between worlds? And these two guys, you know, this is the best thing that's happened to Star Wars since George thought of it. These guys love the franchise. They love telling the stories. And to me, it's a rescue mission. I mean, look, there's a reason why they used that title, The Rescue, for episode 16 of Mandalorian. That's Luke Skywalker. Okay? That's Luke. All right? And again, we'll go back to the original. Where the fuck is Kathy? We may even get Dawn of the Jedi, okay? But it's not going to be under Kathy Kennedy's watch because no one knows where the fuck Kathy is. Okay, so is Star Wars dead? No. It's in a way better place than Marvel is. Marvel is laying people off this week, 15. Okay? You know, again, don't be surprised if you see numbers leaving Lucasfilm in the future, being laid off. But I think they're waiting until the Acolyte fails, and of course we all know it's going to fail. Okay, but is Star Wars dead? No. And I really think people are going to have to challenge the people who insist this is right to show proof. Did you even watch Ahsoka? Did you watch the Book of Boba Fett? Did you and understand it? The answer would be no. All right, you've got a bunch of illiterate fanboys leading people in a group that don't have any right to be doing that. Okay, so this is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.